So Taylor Lorenz wrote this article about Libs of TikTok. Now, I've talked about Libs of TikTok a lot. You guys have probably heard me talk about it. This account itself was like personally mentioned in the Florida legislation, the Don't Say Gay bill. This is an account that is run by like some deranged, psychotic Republican person. Originally, that account was like just showing like cringe lib shit, which is funny. You know, I used to look at some of that stuff as well. And then they basically turned into like a let's dox teachers that are gay, or even saying that they're like upset that they can't tell a student that they're gay if a student asks them about having a photo of their husband on their desk or some shit. And they just like became this psychotic thing where they posted this stuff over and over again. They would also lie routinely about things that did not happen. Don't forget they transitioned to showing videos of black people breaking into stores, that too. It just basically became this like crazy conservative operation. It became racists getting fired, but against anyone who's marginalized who just made a cringe video. Yeah. And remember, I talked about this before, like there's definitely, you know, cringe trans people out there. There's cringe people in every group. Like there's cringe people in every group, but they basically try to tie that argument to in the same way that like Gamergate used to. Tie that to like, look at how cringe these people are. They don't deserve rights. And not only that, but again, I mean, they became like, you know, so popular and so successful, I guess, that they were personally mentioned in legislation in Florida. This is just another anti-SJW account that starts off by posting blue-haired SJW and then turning into white supremacy content. Exactly. It's called the slow red pill. Yeah, I mean, I know that. I thought Gamergate Politics making a comeback take while reading the article because it was right fucking on. Exactly. And that's precisely what's happening currently. They literally showed up on Tucker Carlson under an anonymized filter. Yes, that too. Taylor Lorenz went in and did some investigating, okay? Did some digging and found out, basically through a sequence of events, who was running this account. And basically what the account is about, how it started, history of the account, and who the woman was behind it. I thought it was a man, by the way, originally. But turns out it's a woman, you know, girl boss, slay queen. From live tweeting from the January 6th insurrection to cosplaying as Joe Biden's houseplant, this is a story about how one woman's virality and influence spreads across the internet and warps our political discourse. Libs of TikTok's influence spreads far beyond its followers. It has become an agenda setter in right-wing media, and the content it surfaces shows a direct correlation with the recent push in legislation and rhetoric directly targeting the LGBTQ plus community. Statement from Cameron Barr regarding the reporting of Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz is an accomplished and diligent journalist whose reporting methods comport entirely with the Washington Post professional standards. Chaya Raichik, in her management of the Libs of TikTok Twitter account and in media interviews, has had significant impact on public discourse, and her identity had become public knowledge on social media. We did not publish or link to any details about her personal life. That's what Cameron Barr, the managing editor of the Washington Post, said. From what I understand, the original WAPO article did link to the real estate license for the person, which they immediately removed, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm going to be as fair and balanced here as possible. Even though these people that are freaking the fuck out are not exactly being fair and balanced in any meaningful capacity. And also, let's not forget, this is the type of shit that they would post. Milo Yiannopoulos didn't say anything wrong. Are people seriously arguing that you're not ready for sex under 16? That was all a distraction. The LGBT propaganda agenda is much more of a threat to the minds of children. They literally posted this shit. Also, they were just self-doxing too, which is ridiculous. Like this literally compromises your identity way harder than Taylor Lorenz ever could. Just want to point out that this tweet that Libs of TikTok just posted herself has more identifying information than anything Taylor Lorenz published. So just remember that. Like they literally either don't understand how that works, or they were so horny to like fucking make a point about Taylor. They ended up like self-doxing super hard. Yeah, narcissist Florida first grade teacher has breakdown over the thought of not being able to talk about her marriage. District. Oh yeah, that's really just terrible, awful news about Libs of TikTok, an account which has always stood for such integrity and respect for the rights of private citizens. Yeah, I mean, straight up. That's also another fucking ridiculous thing, but ultimately their entire fucking goal, the Libs of TikTok's entire fucking goal basically is to do that, okay? I don't even know if that's like real. I don't know if they like actually fucking posted their link, their tweet or of the district or not. But ultimately, the entire goal of this is literally to just like target trans and target gay teachers and whatnot, because that's what the hot button issue is right now, and call them groomers and pedophiles. One of the funnier details of the story is that Glenn Greenwald is the one who actually fucking accidentally confirmed her identity, by the way. So there's that too. This is great. friend of the show, Matt Binder, talking about this here. All the info in Libs of TikTok piece was already publicly available online, but Taylor had one thing that no one else had, which made the report possible. Glenn Greenwald accidentally confirmed their identity. When a reporter called the phone number registered to Rachik's real estate profile and libsoftiktok.us, the woman who answered hung up after the reporter identified as calling from Washington Post. A woman at the address listed to Rachik's name in Los Angeles declined to identify herself. On Monday night, a tweet from Glenn Greenwald confirmed the house that was visited belonged to Rachik's family. This is a stupid viral lie spread by Taylor. She announced she intended to publish Libs of TikTok's name. After Libs of TikTok provided proof, Taylor went to her relative's house and asked me to report it to deter Taylor from stalking more people. Taylor purposely wrote the article to imply confirmation came from me. She had already announced to multiple people she knew the name and would publish it. The Washington Post tried to pretend I provided the confirmation because they're lying gossips who lie routinely about their enemies. I really want to see the parallel world in which people visit Taylor's house and the homes and relatives to dig up dirt on her. Dude, Glenn Greenwald is fucking insane. Like, that is literally that's a call to action, okay? And they are doing that now, by the way. They're literally doing that. That's a call to action, straight up. And you know, good job. You're getting your wish. I mean, extremely fucked up. Both sides are okay with doxing only when it's against people they dislike. I wish everyone would just admit that. Yes, except what she did is not doxing. It's called unmasking. There's a difference between doxing, which is revealing private information that could seriously compromise and harm a person. The other is literally fucking an anonymous account that is a political operative working alongside political operatives being unmasked through an investigation. It's very conservative to do this thing that conservatives do all the time, where it's like how I've talked about, like how conservatives would describe like Social Security as like a terrifying prospect because you can do that. They're doing that, but with journalism. They're literally turning something into something nefarious. Like, conservatives will turn around and be like, oh, you mean to tell me my government's going to assign me a number at birth? Hell no. How dare you? That's right. Fuck that. And that everything I do is going to be tied to that number. Fuck that bullshit. That's Social Security. I just described it to you with a conservative fucking lens to make it seem like it's something completely psychotic and nefarious. And you can do that about journalism as well. It's additionally hilarious considering the fact that Glenn himself was a journalist. A very important journalist. I'm going to say is, but like, he just constantly fucking rage baits on dumb shit like this all the goddamn time. So they're saying that, like, you know, that Taylor doxed this person or was willing to dox it. And then this is the proof. But this proof doesn't have anything in it. We're running a story exposing the woman behind the Libs of TikTok account. Our story mentions the many interactions. Like, this doesn't even fucking show that there is a full-blown confirmation behind who this person is. You unknowingly provided the key missing info. Confirmation, it was all accurate. Her name was already out there online. I was tracking it as it was developing. I noticed you gave it up last night before Taylor ever published anything. I couldn't believe you just posted it. Wait, how do you know she did that? Did Libs of TikTok publicly post this somewhere? Fucking unbelievable. Taylor Lorenz, after sobbing on national TV 2 weeks ago, claiming she's a victim of harassment, showed up at the house of the relatives of the citizen behind Libs of TikTok and badgered them, according to Libs of TikTok. The bullies claim to be bullied. Then Taylor must have been lying when she told DeSantis' press person that she was going to publish a story exposing Libs of TikTok hours before she asked me to publicize Taylor's behavior. It would be reckless to use my unverified tweet as confirmation. She was working on a story and reached out for comment. You've never worked on a story that ended up not running? Taylor got nothing from whoever answered the door. There's quite a few people with that same name out there. You provided the confirmation it was this person. Again, Chaya Rachik has stated that teachers who out themselves should be fired. She's using her anonymous Twitter account with 600,000 plus followers to make that possible. She's gotten people fired. How is that not a news story worth reporting? That is literally a news story worth reporting. That's crazy to me. And also, additionally crazy, that Glenn Greenwald, a gay man, is so fully invested in the conservative fucking attitude and opinions that he's not even realizing, like, the free speech and free expression conversation that should be had here. Like, I thought he literally was, I thought he was a big free speech boy. He hates it when people get fucking fired for, like, I don't know, saying the N-word or whatever. That's kind of all he talks about. But hey, if they're fucking fired for being gay and answering questions that their students may have about being gay, that's ridiculous. It's free speech to post her full name and address. Didn't she post her address in the OG article? I don't think she did. And also, really, dude, that's really funny. I mean, thank you. It's free speech to post her full name and address. That's not what we're talking about. If she did that, then that's wrong. Okay, that's completely wrong and unacceptable. But I don't think she did that. I think you're just saying that she did that because you recognize that what was revealed in the article itself is not is not private information. It's a lie. This person is a chud reposting chud talking points. Right wingers have no idea what Taylor Lorenz published. They're just making things up based on the outrage. No home addresses or phone numbers were shared by any reporter. That's crazy. Is your address public knowledge? Just asking for purely journalistic research purposes. And that's, by the way, a threat to dox someone. That literally is like, that's just fucking so fucked up. Like, you're just making shit up. And of course, Glenn Greenwald himself has had this fucking attitude about Canary Mission, which is based, by the way, for him to have this attitude about Canary Mission, based. Awesome. He's right. Canary Mission does literally routinely dox random people, okay, all the fucking time to get them fired for being Palestinian. For some reason, Glenn Greenwald has changed his views on anonymous outlets that harass and defame people and try to get them fired. Look at how disgusting this Canary Mission website is. People who run it are the worst cowards hiding behind anonymity, but they publish the names of students and professors they claim are racist due to Israel criticisms. This is genuinely terrorizing. Some anonymous coward started a website, Canary Mission, that publishes dossiers with the names of students and professors who are too critical of Israel. Israeli intelligence now uses it to interrogation, detain, and deport forward. Or deport. One of the professors listed by the anonymous cowards of the Canary Mission as his public dossier of racists and now used by Israeli intelligence to interrogate, detain, and deport is Corey Robin, a mainstream leftist Jewish critic of Israel. He said this back in 2018. They doxed my friend at UCLA. It's gross. She got death threats and people have been harassing her outside of her house. She's been dropped from many societies in UCLA. It's messed up. Yeah, oh yeah. I had an amazing friend who was trans that passed away in 2020 because she got sick and simply couldn't afford to go to the hospital. There was one person in particular that would constantly attack her and call her a pedophile because she was trans. After she died, that person celebrated her death just because she was a trans woman. I'm so sick of these fucking idiots. Call her forever. Anyway, that's a horrible fucking story, but that is the entire point of accounts like Libs of TikTok and what the fuck Republicans want to do to create that kind of horrible and awful trans panic and whip up people in a frenzy and create this kind of hysteria. Is Glenn even pretending to not be a full-on right-winger at this point? I doxed a private citizen and her extended family and people are being mean to me online. Yeah, dude, this is like nice, dude. Glenn just fucking despises Taylor Lorenz and is firmly in the right, I think. Not firmly in the right to despise Taylor. I'm saying firmly in the right wing. De-anonymizing somebody online in a major outlet is a form of doxing, period. Even if done with public records, even if done to somebody you dislike, that doesn't mean it's not justified by circumstances, but let's not mince words when justifying it. It was in the public record. I've been threatened by extremist groups using public records. I have friends who've been swatted using public records. The act of taking someone's public information and pointing to it in a charged context is the doxing. I don't agree with that, is depending on what we're talking about. Like, just saying, oh, this is publicly available information is not a good enough answer. Anyway, folks in the media with a strong understanding of why amplification of harmful speech on social media platforms is different than the existence of that speech in the first place really should be a bit less hypocritical here if they're looking to maintain trust. Way too many of the replies come down to it's okay when our side does it. I think the goal was to promote real-world consequences for odious online pseudo-anonymous speech. The account is horrible and drives a lot of harassment, so naming was probably appropriate, but not the breadcrumb trail via real estate license of this person's home address trend. I think the fucked up part about this was for sure linking the real estate license. It's like when they fucking did an article on my house, dude. We all know what that is, okay? I don't know what this random graph is, but like when you do an article with someone's house, like you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You know what the fuck you're doing. You know why you did that. You know what that is. And that's infinitely closer to fucking doxing someone. Day Scroll's been on their shit a long time ago. Yeah, I know. This is also right. The person that runs that account is doing standard crypto Nazi Willie Horton agitprop in between trying to get people fired by contacting their employer. And all the anti-woke liberals are like, lol, this is my fave account. That scumbag also loves targeting homeless people, just the most cruel, vindictive piece of shit imaginable, and all the professional media class hacks who can't stop whining about the supposed cruelty of SJW cultural Marxist cancel culture lap that shit up. Another favorite targets of theirs is LGBTQ people, particularly teachers. It's basically a Gestapo account, Canary Mission on steroids, hurting anyone who does not conform to the deranged psychotic worldview of suburban far-right conservative freaks. Not cancel culture, though. Rachik's AntiTrans tweets have gone especially viral. She called on followers to contact schools allowing boys in the girls' bathrooms, pushed the false conspiracy that schools were installing litter boxes in bathrooms for children who identify as cats. That's the other thing that I was talking about before as well. As Libs of TikTok, Rachik purported that adults who teach children about LGBTQ identities are abusive, that being an ally to the LGBTQ community is a mental illness, refer to schools as government-run indoctrination camps for the LGBTQ plus community. Libs of TikTok is shaping our entire political conversation about the rights of LGBTQ people to participate in society. It feels like Libs of TikTok has single-handedly taken us back a decade in terms of the public discourse and around LGBTQ rights. It's really nothing like we've ever seen. A journalist trying to confirm the identity of someone while they're doing investigative reporting. And like even going to their house or trying to reach them on their fucking phone and I know this from personal experience, is kind of scary for sure, but it's also part of the regular practice of journalism. I love how everyone would be like, Taylor Lorenz doxed her when the Libs of TikTok account itself gave out her name and shit literally. Oh my God. There it is. Breaking. Cuomo opens OnlyFans account for his strip poker games. By March, Libs of TikTok was directly impacting legislation. DeSantis' press secretary credited the account with opening her eyes and informing her views on Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. As the legislation progressed, Libs of TikTok ramped up attacks, flooding its feed with accusations of grooming. The right-wing media and influential conservative figureheads used content from Libs of TikTok as fuel for their arguments. Rachik isn't just some average woman with a social media account. She's a powerful influencer operating a massively impactful right-wing media, shaping the discourse around LGBTQ rights. Libs of TikTok's popularity comes at a time when far-right communities are doxing school officials and calling for their execution. And they keep saying they're pedophiles. Like, remember, this is already a super marginalized group of people that they're calling pedophiles. And like, basically, you know, trying to get them to be killed. That's what the point is. Want to bully gay people out of existence. Rychik boasts that LGBTQ teachers have been fired as a result of being featured on Libs of TikTok. LGBTQ plus teachers spoke to me about the very real danger they've been put in after being targeted and smeared as groomers by the account. As Libs of TikTok's growing following, as their following continues to grow, the fullest extent of Rachik's influence may not be realized until the elections this fall. She has encouraged her audience to overtake school boards and run in local elections. You can see this groomer shit coming from a mile away with all the reactionary vigilante justice stuff popping up last few years. Yeah. Basically, what they ended up doing is they turned around and took the QAnon stuff and basically like turned it into a more manageable way to deliver to a broader audience by saying, oh, every instance of like a gay person being around a child is actually grooming. But these are the same people that like literally fucking legalize child brides. These are the same people that want, beauty pageants and shit to continue happening. They are actually fucking pedophiles. These are the same people that want to groom their children in the Catholic Church. These are the same people that want to groom their children in general, okay, in any kind of like organized religion to get them fucked up. They just want to groom their children in the way that they see the world, a world in which, you know, if your child is gay, then he might kill himself, but that's okay. A world in which if your child is trans, they're going to keep getting fucking ruthlessly bullied because that's fine. That's an aberration. That's an affront to God. And that's precisely why I've said this before. Like, if you want to look at fucking the highest density of fucking groomers and pedophiles and people who cover up sexual abuse in Congress, look to the Republican Party. Like, what the fuck? God damn, dude. They are straight fucking pedos. Like, straight up. They're absolutely pedophiles. Ask libertarians, Republicans, what their thoughts are on child marriages or the age of consent, you know what I mean? And they'll tell you, like, they can't hold it back. They literally will openly fucking blast off on that shit. The guy with the child bride just out of frame. These middle schoolers are really fucked up. Yeah. By far the funniest interaction that come from the Libs of TikTok thing. Oh, Bethany S. Mandel, wife to Seth Mandel, homeschool mom. Jesus Christ, dude. Of course, homeschool. Fox News columnist Bethany Mandel says Felix is being anti-Semitic. Remember when she wrote this article, by the way? We need to start befriending neo-Nazis. That was really cool. Anyway, she says, Chapo jumped on the anti-Semitism train real quick. Great job, Chapo. It's so funny that Libs of TikTok lady is Chabad. Someone told her child abuse was happening and she rushed to make sure the abusers were wearing the right hats to see if it was okay or not. I'm not laughing at that. I can't believe Felix would say such a thing. Also, Felix is Jewish, for those of you who don't know. What did he say? I know we disagree on whether ethnic humor is funny or not, but I want you to know this about me. I am more than just my podcast. I'm a Delta Sky Miles member. I'm an athlete. I'm a part-time uncle, and I am a full-time artist. Oh, no. I'm mainly sorry for saying that an insular fundamentalist sect of a religion I am a part of conducts themselves this way. In the future, I will avoid generalizations and just say all gay people do this. Yes. I'm missing some context. What did he say that could be contrived as anti-Semitic? He said that people in the fundamentalist sect of Judaism engage in child abuse. It's the same as like a Catholic person making a Catholic joke. Basically, Taylor was able to find this out. And now Libs of TikTok is like using this as an opportunity to fundraise. Oh, also, as is the case always with this sort of thing, Taylor's entire family was doxxed again this morning, and trolls have now moved on to doxing and stalking any random friend I've tagged on IG. They're posting their personal details on my friends and sending threatening text messages. I've noticed you are close to Taylor Lorenz. Washington Post reporter Taylor Lorenz docs Libs of TikTok. So I send a text to Taylor's friend and asking to comment, matching vibes. My name is, but you can call me Daddy, your daddy Joey.news, Antifafiles.com, where you will soon learn censorship doesn't exist at all. I noticed your Facebook has pics of you at the White House with your pal, pedophile. You formerly worked at the New York Times, shit-stained leftist. They deserve better. Taylor really appreciates the profile photo you took, and she currently uses for her doxing blue check Twitter. I'm asking for a friend in Fortnite. Looks like you recently moved. Maybe I'm wrong. Can you confirm? I want to publish shortly. Anything you want to add would be great. Awesome. I mean, this dude is just like a complete psychopath. And this is, dude, this is so disgusting, dude. It is straight the fuck up. The exact same shit. This is Gamergate again, dude. It's great. Wonderful. I love it. I'm a big fan. I love this. This is just a stalker. Hey, I noticed that you're close to Taylor, who docs Libs of TikTok based entirely off association. With that in mind, I'm doing a story about you, an associate of Taylor's, you know, matching vibes and stuff. Anyway, my name is da-da-da, but you can call me Daddy. On a site where you will soon learn censorship does not exist at all. I noticed your Facebook has pictures of you at the White House with your pal, pedophile, resident Biden. Did he sniff your hair? I mean, this dude's going to get fucking shot. He's going to go to the wrong house and just get domed straight up. Like, but yeah, this is straight up 4chan shit. This is how it works. They fucking dox you. They send cops to your house, all this stuff. People are so insane. Do you have any high levels of employment in the U.S.? Do they have nothing else to do? Guys, I don't think you remember, but part of the reason why I left the Young Turks was because when I had the America Deserved 9/11 moment and they were like constantly fucking, covering it in that 48-hour time frame, they did the same shit. They doxed and sent death threats to every single employee at TYT over what I said on my fucking Twitch stream. But I literally personally was like, I don't want to put other people in this position ever. Just remember and understand that there is no reason. Like, these people are not even remotely interested in, like, they're not remotely interested in free speech or anything like that. There's no ideological reason for why they're behaving this way.